Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream, man, this Sunday night. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you are new. Tonight, you're not going to hear from me. I'm going to be the ghost. I'm going to be Ghost B. I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be here in the background. I'm going to be here, but I'm going to be listening to you guys. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this legal case. I want to get you guys to come on the show. Give me your opinions on what's been going on, the journalist, the legal case, the city right, city wrong, whatever you want to say. I want your opinions on it, man. So make sure you come on. The link is in the community tab for members. And if at the end of the show we've got enough time, I will open it up to non-members as always, depending on the time. But yeah, the link, let me pin comment actually. In fact, no, it is already pinned. Just go to the community tab and the StreamYard link is there if you are a member. Make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And let's get going, man. First of all, I'm going to be bringing on Alf. Yo, Alf, big up for coming on again, bro. You was on last time. You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just watched Navi win our trophy again. This was the best team that we had. Navi, our team I support. We had a shit team, everyone said. We won 4 trophies in a year, so. But that's besides the point. Yeah, this case, I think it's always important to say before we talk about this case, it has nothing to do with 115. I think that's always important to mention right off the bat. The way the Premier League have gone about this, I did not think of the Premier League leadership highly, but I did not think I could think of them lower until the aftermath of this case, really. What I've seen from the Premier League in the aftermath of this case is we won, we didn't really lose, we lost, we're going to fix it quickly, maybe we should take this calmly. It seems like the Premier League just kept changing the goalposts. So is Richards right now scared that he's about to lose his job? With the amount of things that Richards is doing here right now, immediately in the aftermath of this case, I think he's concerned about his job right now. Just if you look at how he's acting, he looks like he's in panic stations. First, he's trying to convince everyone that he won the case somehow. Then he's trying to convince everyone, okay, we can fix this quickly. And now finally, I think yesterday or the day before that, Premier League has finally decided to take their time with this thing. I really don't understand what the Premier League is doing right now. Again, this is not related to 115. Man City might still be done, might not be done. We don't know. But if this is to show us anything about 115, it's that the Premier League is in full panic stations right now, and that Richards does have some concern, from what I can see, about his job. And I'm honestly a bit bored of the legal talk, if I'm being honest. But I'm not really going to talk too much about the court itself, because I didn't bother reading the document itself either, because I've read enough documents. I've read the entire case document, and quite frankly, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a football fan, so I haven't bothered reading the document. But from the response, I just gathered so much already, and I don't know if you agree with that or not.
Well, bro, like you probably know my thoughts already. On this whole case is just a madness. I think the way that the Premier League have conducted themselves is shocking. I think Richard Masters needs to resign, whether he resigns now or whether he resigns after 115.
I don't think he's going to resign. I think that's the reason why the Premier League is acting like that. This is because Masters is trying to hold on to his job. I think Masters realizes that he's fucked up somewhere. And he's just desperately trying to hold on to his job right now. Because otherwise, if you explain Masters coming out with so many panic statements in a week? Not even a week?
Yeah, it's a week, yeah.
Yeah, just
but do you not think like the board of the Premier League or the club should be saying, bro, you need to go?
Well, I think a lot of clubs are just waiting to see what happens with 115. Because if you let him go now, then that case that Richards has been overseeing might get delayed again. Like, if you suddenly get someone else on it, like, even if Richards was not too involved, maybe the less of fair, even if it's irrational, maybe that case gets delayed again. I don't think that's irrational fair, but even if there's a small chance, surely the Premier League doesn't want to take that chance and just wants to wait until an entire 115 case is done, until they take too many drastic actions. Because if they also start, let's say they fire Richards or have him resign or whatever, just like maybe next week, let's say that, then suddenly you have all this news coming through from Manchester City as well as winning the case 2 weeks beforehand. What does that say about 115? What does that really say about Premier League standing?
Yeah, nah, bro. Listen,
both going through then. We're gonna have more drama then.
Yeah, nah, bro. Listen, I agree. I think the whole thing's a madness. Listen, because I'm only giving people 5 minutes because I've got loads of people queuing up. Where do you think this ends, bro? What's the end goal here? How does this end? Because you can't go on like this forever. We can't just be in court for the next 50 years. Like, where does this end, bro?
Honestly, it should have ended with Gus, in my opinion. It should have ended there. So, in my opinion, this is way overblown already. And where does it end? If Man City is found guilty, it ends there. If Man City is found not guilty, this could be going on for another 2 years or something. I won't be surprised. Because there are clubs out there who are very jealous of Manchester City. And that's a fact. Manchester United is the obvious one. But there's also the thing that people don't really like to mention. American owners are trying to move the Premier League to the USA. And Manchester City is the biggest club that is making sure that the Premier League stays in England. So there's also a lot of American teams, which is not even jealousy, but pure economic insensitive, just try to get Manchester City out so they can get the league into the United States, get those Premier League games in the United States. So I don't think it ends just if Man City wins the case. I think that there might be a chance that some clubs will try to sue. That will be very bold, though. That will be very bold. I don't know if they will do that, but I don't think it's just going to be over. I really do hope it's done. I really do hope it's done.
Well, bro, listen, I ain't got another 2 years in me on these legal cases, bro. So I can't have that. But listen, big up for coming on first, bro. I appreciate it, jumping on, man. Yeah. Big up to Alf, always jumping on the streams, man. We've only got like 4 or 5 guys queued up, guys. So if you do want to jump on, the link is in the description. Big up to Canad, bro, man, like Canad in the building. You saying?
Yeah, LB. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, it's my first time and joining your channel, and it's been great to hear you for all these years since City Extra days, and yeah,
big up, man.
It's been great.
Big up, bro. I appreciate that, man. Listen, bro, are you gonna cook some mutants? What are you saying? What are you making of this legal case?
So yeah, the legal case. Initially, what I thought was like, because City, the kind of charges, like the accusations that they put up regarding the APT, so they were like quite a lot. So they put in like the xenophobic charges and stuff like that. So initially what I thought was that the charges that they were actually accusing for, which we went on to win, so they wouldn't be winning that because there wouldn't be any legitimate proof to, as in how they would prove that, like they have been the sponsorships that they wouldn't get and stuff like that. So I didn't know that how they would prove that, but eventually they did. And the other charges that they were actually, I thought they would be getting, that went in favor of the Premier League, maybe. So yeah, I think it just shows in the statements of the club statements. Like City came out really bullish about their statements, because I haven't read anything of that. Like it's from Manchester City in general, and the Premier League statement was like, yeah, it's just we need to make a few amendments of the rules and then it will be fine. But now we get to see that there's a emergency meeting and stuff like that. Oh, it can't be amended so quickly, and it's just a mess right now. So
what have you made of the journalists in this situation, bro? I'm just going to get a drink. I can still hear you. Just tell me what you think of the journalists, bro.
So yeah, currently the Sam Wallace one was an absolute disgrace. So I didn't even care to read about them. And there have been interesting takes regarding the overall verdict of the thing. Some are in favor for it, like Talksport's, like Simon Jordan is in favor for it, which surprises me a lot. And some are absolute idiots, like that guy who said that if City cannot comply with the rules, why they should leave the Premier League and stuff like that. That was just absolutely weird. So
that
yeah,
Sam Wallace one was a joke, bro. And that other guy, Sam Cunningham, saying we should just leave the Premier League, bro.
Yeah, it's
absolutely
about me. Yeah, first of all, the rules have been proved out to be unlawful. Even if they are two or three or whatever the number may be, they are unlawful. So you you cannot just say that, oh, the rules are in favor of the Premier League or whatever the Premier League has designed its rules, so you have to follow them absolutely to the T. No, we can challenge them. If they are unlawful, we can challenge them, and we won that. So it's just I've been saying that to you like since in the live stream, like they try to portray Man City as the villain. It just sells the media and stuff like that. So
And
isn't
let me ask you that I asked Alf as well, yeah. Where do you see this ending up, bro? Because we can't go on like this forever, innit?
yeah. I think it ends with the 115 for sure. Like
And what do you
once
think will happen? What do you think will happen with the 115?
if I go on like if I whatever I read in the CAS document and going off with this, I think we will be found innocent in the majority of the serious charges, however, but we'll be found guilty in the non-cooperation thing and stuff like those, and will be imposed a heavy fine. The worst case scenario for me will be like a transfer ban or a minor point direction. That would be max. I don't think.
So you don't think we're going to get kicked out of the league now?
No chance. If you get kicked out of the league, that has to be really serious. Like it has to be like Juventus kind of a thing. So I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to say on the legal case, bro? Anything else?
No, I'm just sick and tired of it. Mainly, I just want football to be back and just watch City play. Also.
Well, hopefully, once this 115 thing's done, hopefully after that it will be finished, bro. Because what else can they do, bro? You know what I mean?
I mean, rival fans will keep sticking up for it. Oh, you paid them off and stuff like that. That's like they will never stop. So
yeah, nah, it's gonna be our madness, bro. Listen, big up for jumping on for the first time as well, bro. I appreciate you, Canad, bro. I'll catch you in a bit, yeah. See you later, bro. Big up to Canad. W's in the chat for Canad. First time jumping on, man. Big up to him. We got AK in the queue, Spartacus, Simpad, Tinsay, Luke, and FUA for man. Make sure you guys have got cameras on. FUA for your chill. Let's bring AK on, bro. Bloody hell, this guy, man. This guy sends shots, bro. AK, who you cooking tonight, bro?
I've already cooked enough on Martin's show, yeah, and I'm gonna say this. I mean, F the Red Cartel, like I said last time, F the Red Cartel, F the Premier League, yeah. Richard Masters is a bloody absolute scum. He's an absolute scum. What can I say? I mean, LB, seriously, I'm gonna say this here. Me being a loyal supporter of this club for years and had to deal with this 115 bullshit that has been spewed at us by these sour reds for years. They're actually getting a taste of their own medicine.
Facts. They don't like it.
Seriously. They seriously need to hold that L. For all the damage they've done, yeah, for all the 115 spamming they did, I'm calling these mutants out, yeah. You bloody absolute idiots, yeah. For all of you who have been spamming 115 cheats, or we should be relegated. You know what? Come out now. I demand an apology. Come out now. I demand an apology.
Cook them, bro. Fucking fuck these guys, isn't it? They deserve
to be cooked. They deserve to be cooked. Seriously. And for that guy, yeah, Richard Masters, or whoever that fucktard is, yeah, get him gone.
Yeah, bro, he needs to go, innit? He needs to go. What
do you think about, gone.
Bro, when do you think he needs to go? Now or after 115? You think they're waiting until after 115 and then he'll go? Or you think he just needs to go now?
He needs to leave now. I don't want to see his face because for the damage that he's done to our club, labeling us as 115 cheats, we won our trophies by using oil money. Yeah? by using oil money. You bought trophies with oil money. Oil.
Mm.
Seriously, I'm tired of the excuses. I know for a fact that we earned those trophies. That trouble, and those 5 trophies that we have won, we've earned it.
Facts.
We've earned it.
Facts.
We have not bought any trophy with oil money, just like these deluded so-called Arsenal sick heads, yeah, coming and chatting to us that 115, you should be relegated. You know what, Arsenal? You just messed with the wrong club. You just messed with the wrong club.
Bro, just cooked him. Bro, what happens though, innit? What do we do now, innit? Like, what do you think's going to happen? You think City are going to sue him again? Because City are threatening it again, man. I was saying, oh, we'll sue you guys again, mate. You make these rules illegal again, and we're going to sue you again, bro. That's what we're saying. We're going to cook them again.
LB, I'm going to say this. They need infinite cookings, yeah? For all the... They need infinite cookings.
Infinite cookings, bro. That's funny, bro. Infinite cookings. So you think we are going to do it again, yeah? You think we're going to sue him again?
Definitely, LB. We should definitely do it again, because for all the sports washing they did, yeah, we demand our money back. We demand our money back.
Mm. Yeah, no, bro, I agree, man. I agree. Listen, I get these guys gone. You know what I mean? I think he needs to go. I think, bro, yeah, I think they're waiting for 115 to be done, and then he'll go. Because if he goes now, yeah, Richard Masters, and then they lose 115, the new guy's going to take a load of flack for no reason.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I
and
agree
this guy, Richard
now,
Masters. Yeah, and this guy, Richard Masters, yeah, for all the lies that he's been spewing to these, for all the delusional lies that he's been spewing to these red clubs and to us, that, oh, it's fine, you win a trophy. Later on, we'll charge you with 115, yeah, and then this case is gonna go on. You know what? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You should be gone. You don't deserve to be here.
Facts. Agreed. These guys are frauds, bro. These guys are frauds.
They are frauds.
Before you go, bro, what do you think going to happen in the 115 case? You think we're going to win? You think we're going to get a points deduction, kicked out of the league, nothing? Like, what are you saying? Fine? What do you reckon is going to happen in the 115, bro?
I mean, yeah, LB, I think I watched a couple of your streams, yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I mean, like, you know this practically. What will happen to the league if they kick us out? You know what? I'll tell you what. If Richard Masters is gone and we are kicked out, just imagine the damage that the Premier League is going to have as a brand.
Fucked, mate. No Pep, no Haaland, no Foden.
No City. No us.
City, bro. That's
no
the
us
thing,
in there.
They're in it.
So
bro,
and so LB, I'm gonna say this. I believe with all my heart and with my gut feeling that we are gonna come out victorious. We are gonna come out victorious, because I'll tell you why. We are Man City. We are innocent.
Big up, bro.
We're innocent. I believe that.
Nah, big up, man. Big up. Listen, AK, as always, man. Big up for jumping on, cooking the Premier League hard there, bro. I appreciate you, bro. And big up for supporting as always, bro. I'll see you on the next one, yeah?
Yeah, man. See ya.
Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Guys, make sure to smash these likes up. So far, I think AK takes the W on the cooking of the Premier League, man. Like, he just went in hard there. Pause, you know what I mean? He went in big time there. So big up to him for jumping on. Make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. As always, the link to join for members is in the pinned comment. If we have time at the end, I'll open it up to non-members as always. Next up on the show, man, We got man like Spartacus. Come on, bro. What we saying?
How you doing, LB?
Chilling, bro. Chilling, man. I'm just enjoying listening to you guys cook the Premier League. So what are you saying? Are you gonna cook them?
I mean, I'm not really cooking the Premier League. I'm more cooking the media, I think, because the
Yeah.
reports on it were just horrendous, dude. Like, from what I understood, and I've been reading a couple of things about the case and the actual case itself, City is not actually challenging the APT rule itself. It challenged a couple of actual specific points that it's just extremely unreasonable to be applied. Like the fact that you have to prove that any other board couldn't ever get to a different conclusion to the one that the Premier League got to is just completely ridiculous, right? Like it's just basically saying once the decision is made, you cannot overturn it.
Exactly.
Pretty much should just say that.
Uh-huh.
And also the other thing is that really doesn't make sense to me is why would City fight the APT rules from the Premier League but not from UEFA? Because UEFA also has an APT type of rule on
Great
there.
question.
So if we just want to pump money into the club via inflating contracts with fake sponsorships, why wouldn't we fight the APT from UEFA as well? Because if we did that, UEFA would ban us from their competition, so it wouldn't really mean anything. It wouldn't really make sense. And that's just something that people don't think about it, and people in the media just don't really report on it at all.
Yeah, have you? I don't know if you did, but did you see the stream I did yesterday or the one that I did the other day, mate?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I watched it.
Why do you think some of the journalists, why do you think some of the journalists are going down this road of just horrific articles and horrific titles of articles, bro?
Look, first things first, if you talk shit about City, other clubs are going to enjoy it because there are more non-City supporters than actual City supporters. So people are going to click more on City criticism things. But also, like, they're probably getting a shit ton of money as well. Like, let's be clear about it. They're getting a lot of money. And as a journalist, is it ethical? No. But would I turn it down? I don't know. Depends on how much money I would get. So I think it's just as simple as that. They probably have a very big pressure from the bosses and stuff to make City look bad, as well as getting a lot of money from other places as well to make City look bad. I think it's both of them.
Yeah. Big up, Tom. What do you think of the whole media? Spartacus has just picked up on the media reporting. I've seen a couple of your tweets as well. Not happy with the way the media's reporting on this case. What's your views on these so-called journalists, mate, and their articles and titles on Twitter and stuff?
Yeah, hi lads. Hating City sales. I know it's just hinted there, and it does. You know, Sam Wallace and all these numpties. Sorry, is that his name? Sam Wallace, isn't it? No,
That's one of us.
He's
That's
a
one of us.
joker, dude. He's a joker.
He is, and you're right, and he's known for it. To be honest, from other teams as well. I think it was Chelsea or someone that he consistently had a go at and sort of went at. And he tends to sort of switch over, as many of them do. Look, it sells, whether we like it or not. You know, LB, with your channel and stuff, that, and with rival fans who do their channels, they mention City on the 115, they get the record numbers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Any chance? Look, someone pointed out today. It might have been. It was either Tommy or Stefan. One of those two guys said today. If you look at Sam Wallace's tweets and you want to know why he's picking on City, look at the amount of likes and retweets he gets when he posts about City having a dig. He gets hundreds of thousands or thousands. If it's just, Arsenal buying someone, it's, in the hundreds. That's why it sells and it makes money, and that's what they're there to do at the end of the day. They'll sell the soul for it.
And I'm also going to be honest here. I don't think it's actually just because it is City. I think it would happen with any club. If this was on United, they would shit on United the same way they're shitting on City, because there are a lot more non-United fans that are United fans. The same thing with Arsenal. A lot more non-Arsenal fans than Arsenal fans. Same with City. I think it's just because they're always just appealing to the bigger demographic. Yeah. And unfortunately, right now we're just a smaller one. Like, we can't be bigger than every other club in England at the same time. So yeah, they're just selling their souls pretty much, and they always do. It's always been like that. That's the media. That's how they work.
So where do you see this going then? I'm asking everyone on the panel on the show tonight, chat, about this. Spartacus, where do you see this ending up, bro?
I cannot see a way that you can have a group of people that have conflicting interests working together to solve something. That's just the basics of not actually working on something. Because United wants something, Liverpool wants something, Arsenal wants not something completely different, City wants something completely different, and all of their interests don't really lie together. Because City don't want Arsenal to win, City want City to win. So we want to try and get the rules for us to win. The same for Arsenal, the same for United, the same for Chelsea, the same for Liverpool. So there has to be something outside the Premier League, outside the clubs to actually legislate them, because they're never really gonna look eye to eye. Can't happen.
Yeah, there's always going to be people that are unhappy. We just said this on Matt Way, didn't we? There's always going to be people that are going to be unhappy. There'll be certain factions, but the problem is it's too lean towards a certain group of teams. And now people will go, "Oh, of course it is, Toad. Of course it is. It bloody well is," as we're now seeing. So it needs to be sorted out. There's always going to be one or two that are kicking off, but where it ends up, who knows? Who knows? So where's City going to end up?
It's scary to think where it could end, mate, because it can't go on forever. But yeah, big up Spartacus. What else you want to say, bro?
I just one last thing, like,
yeah, man.
I just don't see how City actually talk with all the Premier League clubs now after this. Like, they're really just being openly racist against people from the Middle East. Like, how can you be in talks with them and then negotiate with them? You just know that they are actually just being against you. Like, it's a very hard thing to happen. I really do not want the Super League, but I think we might be going into that direction. I'm not happy about it though.
That's what Martin thinks, isn't it, Son?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he messages us, doesn't he, saying about it? And it's viable. It could well happen. It wouldn't enormously surprise, but look to me as a fan. I don't know how you two feel, but let's say Premier League got scrapped and we're not playing Palace and Saints and all these lot, and it does go to the Super League and you're playing Bayern, Barca, Real Madrid, and maybe Galatasaray, someone like that. To me, if we lose that domestic game, and it's a big if, but if we did it, I'm done. That's.
Tune, I actually see a future where City is the one that stays behind, because our problem is majorly with the big other teams like Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool. They're the ones that are actually doing the worst for us. So I do see we go into the same competition as them if we leave the Premier League. Again, it's business, but I don't see it. I think we could be the ones that stay behind into the Premier League, and they go into Super League and fuck off to somewhere else. And then we just play the Champions League against the German sides, because they will never go to Champions League and PSG. Wouldn't really be a good competition.
I don't think the Super League could happen, but I know Martin thinks it could happen. But yeah, big up for jumping on, bro. I appreciate you jumping on. Make sure you come on again, yeah.
GG.
Top man.
Big up, Tone. How you doing, man? You well?
I'm really well. Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. I'm very good. I was in the pub before I watched the City game.
They won, didn't they, at the end? Yeah, I saw.
What are you sure? Fucking
not bad.
Haaland, bro. Haaland 2.0. I'm telling you, mate. I'm telling you, absolute bagsman. And that second goal as well, like the run, the strength to hold off the player was a madness. So she's killing it right now. So fair play.
We'll get her in the men's squad if she's that. Look, with the striker may well be in house. Get her over to the men's team. It's that good. There you go. Sorted. Save some money. Man.
Facts. Big up to Spartacus, who was just on for becoming a member as well. And Ali, with this, what's this code mean here, boys? What's this mean? Television, ring, sign, king. Is that saying Pep's going to sign a new contract?
King.
Simpad's laughing, bro. What are you laughing at? You cracked the code?
It's about the KSI song. Have you guys heard the new KSI song?
Oh shit! It is. What is it? What is it?
Like the line is like, from the screen to the ring to the pen to the king.
Shit, that is actually so true. That is actually so true. Oh, yo, Simpad, tell me what you're saying about this legal case. Ali back in 1 minute. I've got to go to Danielle with something, but Tone's here.
Yeah.
I can hear you, yeah?
Cool, mate. Yeah, all good.
Hi, Tone. How's it going? Good win today.
Well.
Yeah.
Are you good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's a legal case. Man, I hate the legal case. I really don't want to deal with this stuff. It's so annoying. I remember when the case first came out, with the CAS case in 2020, like the COVID time, it just sucked. And then now when the 115 charges dropped, it just sucks. But look, I'm praying that City are innocent with the 115. That's like the biggest thing. Like, yeah, it was very, very cool to win the APT case, because we did win, regardless of what people say.
Yeah,
To
correct.
win the APT case. But as long as we're clear of the 115, and I know we're not going to be clear of all of them because of the cooperation charges and whatnot, but as long as we're clear of like all like actual financial frauds and stuff, I'm a happy man. That's all I care about. Like, yeah, it's cool to cook all these Premier League people. Like, yeah, you've made illegal rules, which is absolutely insane. Like
Yeah.
the fact that they can even get away with that is crazy. But as long as we're clear of the 115, I'm good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll hear something early in the new year, or I think people pointed around Christmas time, but I think there's been mixed word. This is the 115, by the way, not obviously the APT. People keep saying ATP, and that's a bloody tennis thing, or something to do with tennis, I think. So APT, but there are APT meetings. I was just on Mank Way just saying the same, that I think it's tomorrow the Premier League is supposed to be updating the 20 clubs on something, and then Thursday there's the emergency meeting, which is such an emergency it's taken them about 9 days to sort it out, which is the
But
Premier
they
League
won
or
the case,
whatever.
though. They won the case. They won the
Uh,
case. Yeah,
apparently so. Yeah, apparently.
they
I
won
mean,
the case.
yeah, look, I've read about it, but apparently
They won the
they've
case,
won
but
it.
they've got an emergency meeting.
They won the case, but they're all panicking. They're calling emergency meetings under the clubs. They're writing
Yeah.
letters to all the clubs like, "Hey, oh, it's so annoying."
It reminds me of that that picture of that. Is it like a dog or something with a fire behind it going, it's all good? That's
Oh, yeah,
Richard
yeah, yeah,
Masters.
Yeah, what's that dog fire meme? Or something?
Dog house fire or something. Yeah. You know the one. That is Richard Masters. Someone needs to put his head on that dog.
Yeah, well, that could be
Richard Masters, yeah. Is
Well,
Oh,
he's
that
made
guy. That
Go
guy
on,
needs
go
to
on,
go
yes.
too. Yeah, because I like the most annoying thing about the Premier League and the media and all that is that they don't even look at all the bad things the Premier League has done. The only thing they'll focus on if City has potentially done a bad thing. We've just proved through the APT case that the Premier League have created rules that are unlawful. That is
Yeah.
insane. If
Yeah.
if City were found guilty of anything similar to that, and if we are found guilty in the 115, God please no. If we are found guilty of anything similar to that, it's gonna be blown out of proportion. But do you think like the average guy in England who doesn't really care about like all this legal stuff even knows about it? Like he's just like, yeah, APT, don't really know what that means. But now, if City were found guilty of any of these things, it's gonna be like there's gonna be overlap episodes on it. Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville are going to mention it during a game. Akanji is going to misplace a pass, and they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, that's because they're guilty." Like just everything.
The problem is the average guy will probably read it on the back of the paper, and as we've been saying, the paper tend to be pointing one way, which is slag City off, and the average person will just read that, take that in. You see that all the time. I chat to people who don't really watch football, and the first thing they'll say to me is, "Oh, you support Man City? Oh, you just spent a shitload of money." So, well, hang on a minute, that's not actually factually right. That's not why we've won, and that's the narrative, because that's the forced narrative from the media. And if City, if City pass or clear the 115, bar the cooperation, and get fined 50 mil, I can guarantee you now, the first thing those people will say to you is, "Oh yeah, City got a bit of a fine, didn't they? They were guilty because they paid 50 mil," and that's it. That's the narrative. The CAS thing proved it.
Yeah, and like look at Jose Mourinho. Once the casting happened, we were found innocent of all the charges. The only thing that was we were found guilty on was not cooperating. And then Mourinho goes on like national television. He's like, "Oh well, if they're innocent, then why are they being fined?" Like, can you please just read what happened? And like that's just gonna happen, and that's something we're gonna have to deal with. But it just shows how biased the media is towards the traditional big clubs. Just because they got the success 20 years before we did, apparently they're bigger than us. But yeah.
And where do you see this ending then, Simpad? Do you think you're going to win the 115 case? What do you think the most likely outcome is?
No comment. No comment.
Bro, you can't sit on the fence.
I'm
What does
generally
that
like
mean, bro?
I am way more pessimistic than the average City fan. So I don't know what City's done.
Are you taking the fucking piss?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like
Love that.
LB always says, I don't know what happened. Right? We're gonna find out in the court
Sitting on the
case.
fence. Big up, bro.
God, hopefully we're innocent. Hopefully. If we're
Yeah.
not, then it's so. I'm deleting Twitter, if I'm honest. I'm deleting Twitter. I cannot deal with that.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. Nah,
Yeah,
big up
same
for
here.
jumping on, man. Big up for jumping on,
Yeah.
bro. Good to have you, man.
Take care.
Yeah. See you guys. Bye.
See you in a bit, bro.
See ya.
See you in a
Bye.
bit. That guy, Simpat didn't want to say, man. He didn't want to say, innit? He was taking the LB approach.
Yeah, lovely guy, but he's bottled it there. He's bottled it at the end. Nice chat, really nice chat.
Nah, Simpat, big up Simpat, man. He's a good guy,
Yeah.
innit? Guys, make sure you're smashing up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel as well if you are new. Got a couple more callers as well to take. If you do want to jump on, links in the pinned comment if you're a member. And if we have enough time at the end of the show, I'll open it up to non-members as well. Big up, Luke, man. I know you was on at the end of Mancunian Way, but you had to wrap up early, so you probably didn't get to say everything that you wanted to say, man. So, yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to your show as well. Plug that. And then, yeah, let us know what your views are on all this legal stuff, man.
Yeah, it's been a mad week. I mean, I've been watching your shows enough times anyway, and sort of Tone sort of takes on it as well on the Friday show as well. And you basically covered basically everything I've said all along anyway. But while you guys were actually talking anyway, something came out about the Premier League saying that Premier League clubs have been warned that the cost of the civil war that threatens to tear the top flight apart could be huge. I mean, when was the last time the top were actually together? Like, when was the last time we actually had a top flight that actually was all together, all for one? Never. Like,
Will it ever be like that, though, bro? Will we ever have that?
Never. It won't. Not with the current state of it right now. Is you got owners that want to make money and that's it, and you've got owners that actually want to compete, as in the golf owners, obviously like us. Chelsea's a bit of a weird one because they're just buying anyone they want to get from anywhere. But at least they're trying to actually buy players and then compete some way. But obviously got Newcastle, Everton as well. But I just don't understand, right? Like the way the media has been. But then they can look at the FA, the Premier League, and how similar they are in terms of competing and sort of trying to be this, being a competitive country overall. But it doesn't surprise me at all. It's been going on for years. Like, isn't just the last 3 years or so of 115 and all these charges and that. It's been going on since 2008, since we've taken over. It's been all about this, and it doesn't surprise me at all that it's like this, and I'm happy that the Premier League are finally getting found out for how shit they are.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree, bro. I mean, I think the Premier League have been exposed. I think they've been exposed as people who either lie or try and spin narratives, with neither of which exactly, neither of which are good positions. What do you think City's next plan is, Luke? What do you think City's next strategy is here? Where does City go from this position?
Honestly, the way it's gone so far, it's done everything right so far. They've called it out. They've sort of been on it. They've stuck to their position and done everything they need to do. Going forward now, I think they should what the Premier League does with this emergency meeting, which I'm sorry, right, as Tone said perfectly, 9 days to do a bloody meeting for an emergency. Surely we have a meeting within 2 days or a day, not 9 fucking days. Like, come on, man. Like,
yeah.
So
Shocking.
me personally, it's disgraceful. But I just think what they should do, see what happens with this meeting and see what goes down, and then if they continue to be trying to deflect everything, they're going for a job. Because these clubs will not let up. They'll find a way around it. They always will, because they actually want to, they hate us that much. They'll find any loophole they possibly can to sort of get at us. Like, I was talking to the thing a while back on the show, with these rules, there's always a loophole somewhere. There's always something that the clubs try and find a way around it. So trust me, it is nowhere near over. Not even this year. It'll go on for years. This
Chelsea, sorry, I was just going to say Chelsea are very good at finding loopholes. So if there is one, they will find it.
They will find it.
Oh,
they will.
Do you reckon it'll go on for years? Luke and then another person before said they reckon it could go on for years. You think this has got years left to run?
Yes, definitely will. It will. It will 100% will. It's going to go on even in the little things. There'll always be something going on around this. I'm telling you, it wouldn't surprise me. I hope I'm wrong. I just want shit finish like you lads probably do. You know, we all want it done over. Whatever's going to happen, get on with it. Give us the decision, appeals and all that, fine, but just tell us what's going on. But I think shit's going to carry on. Like I say, even the little things like little decisions, rewriting of the rules, fighting this part, fighting that part. You know, I think it'll go on for years, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. It's not people who think, oh yeah, once we get the result, it's done. It's not. I think Stefan's alluded to that. I think. I hope I'm not misquoting him, or whatever the word is. I think it will go on a long time. Yeah.
Genuine question to both you in the chat right now, right? Do you even Let's say that Martins is going anyway. He will be off. Like, there's no way he survives this, even if after 115 the PR is in the mud right now. Do you really trust the Premier League to install a new hierarchy that's fair with the last few years how it's been done? Since '92, it's been the same how it's been. It's just had more money injected by Sky Sports and TNT and DAZN or whatever else it's on. Do you really think that they can really bring in a ball panel that's actually fair to every team? Come on, I think so. But how about you two?
No, the answer to the question is no.
Do I trust? Absolutely not. No. Do I trust them to do it? No. And no. The most powerful clubs, sad to say, are the ones that are running the league now. And I don't see that changing. They're going to still have too much of a say. But City have shown, and this is where I'm really proud of the club, and I know many people have said the same, is that they're fighting it. Some other clubs are giving it big and agreeing with City, like Everton, but behind, you know, they're hiding behind. It's like the Wizard of Oz. They're sat behind some bloody curtain or something. City are up front saying, no, we're not going to put up with this shit. We're going to take the court. And if you don't do it, we're going to take you back again and again and again. And that's where I think Sam Wallace's ridiculous article is right, because he says City will keep suing until they win, which he's made it sound one way. But no, Man City will keep going until things are fair. And not because City win, until this is fair. And that is what Karl said before. So absolutely on board for that. Yeah. Keep taking it until it's fair.
It's weird because I've seen other clubs saying, oh, they now agree with us now. You can't just all of a sudden, because the way they're blowing now with the media, oh, let's go switch sides now. It's like they're a bunch of snakes, these clubs.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about anyone else apart from themselves. They just want to make sure that they get the most money they possibly can for TV. Some clubs do want to win, and some do, but if you're rewarding failure by giving £100 million penalty payments to clubs that go down to other leagues, and how is it competitive and fair? That's all I'm going to say on that one. For that anyway, it's ridiculous.
No, I mean that's one of the people put it up as like a good thing in the Premier League. It is a good thing, but at the same time, it doesn't really incentivize clubs to go for it really. So yeah, no, I'm kind of with you there. And just again before we move on, Luke, where do you see this ending with the 115? What's your sort of most likely outcome? What you think is going to happen?
I think we'll win. I'm confident we're going to do it now. I mean, look, there's going to be some things that are brought up, as in, we didn't obviously, we didn't comply with certain things, that kind of stuff will happen, as always going to happen, but we'll win in the end. But obviously, the narrative will be we paid them off, this, that. But let's be honest, us guys here and the people in the chat and the fans that actually clued into what's going on with football and Premier League, they'll know that we actually weren't guilty at all. We're not guilty and never have been guilty. Yes, I admit, when you're billionaire owners, always going to be stuff behind the scenes because that kind of power and money, there's no way you're always foolproof. But with these charges and how stupid they are, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
All right. Sound. Well, big up for jumping on, Luke. I appreciate you for jumping on, man. Plug your show again, bro.
Not a lot of time podcast. I've been doing this since March now, getting close to about subscribers now, which is really good. About 11 away now, which is good. Sort of pushed towards 1K by the end of the year. It should be a good one. Got a show now with Patrick. I don't know whether you know him. He's an Irish City fan. So
top man. Yeah,
top man. So we've got one tomorrow. Got other shows this week, including the podcast. I've got plenty to look forward to this week. Big up obviously everyone in the chat who've been very supportive of me doing my shows, and that also to ULB as well for being supportive of me as well. Also, you, Tone. Much appreciated, guys.
Yeah, you're
Big
good,
up.
mate.
Big up to Luke, man. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the to Not in My Lifetime podcast on YouTube. He's only just started. Well, he started in March, as he said. So, but make sure you guys are showing him some support as well. Make sure you guys are showing some support as well to MCFC Tone. He gets about 1 in 10 things right on Twitter.
That's generous. And
But
when I do, sorry,
you did get the Viana. You did get the Viana.
I did, yeah. I got a bit of news on that, a bit of info back then on that one. But yeah,
You got that quicker than anyone I've seen online.
Even before Fab, yeah, no. So I was
Even before Fabrizio, even though he put exclusive. I did it first on this show, but I got it from you.
Yeah, that's right. It was on your show before anywhere else. And yeah, no, when I do get 1 of 10 right, I make sure everyone knows about it because I'll keep tweeting saying, I bloody told you about this. I'll ignore the other 9. But I will mention the 1.
Yeah. No, big up to you, man. Big up to Rampage. There's always a good stream with Tone around. But stop the cheating if possible, lads. I feel bad for the young City fans not knowing what to do with the 115. Listen, the 115 is a bit of a shitter, isn't it, for everybody, not just the young City fans. But
that's brilliant, isn't it? Starts good there, put thumbs up, saw the second bit.
Rampage is always on a madness, man. He's always on a madness in this chat. It is. Big up to Foggy as well, coming in with the 5 gifted, man. Big up to Foggy. He's taking some W's in the chats, guys, for Matt Foggy. Listen, we've got 2 more callers. Tony, you want to go? Or are you able to say what you want to do?
No, I'll be all right for 10, and then I'll
all right, shift. Cool. Let's do these final 2 callers. Tinsay, I don't know if you got a camera, if you can whack it on. Big up to F you wait for, man. What are you saying, bro?
Hi, hello. First time caller. How you doing, boys?
All right,
you're right, mate.
All right. I can't lie, mate. I'm glad it's a calling show because I've spoke about this legal case for too much. So I'm just sitting back listening to what people have got to say tonight.
Nice.
And F you wait for, I want to hear what you've got.
Well, do you want my hypothetical hypothesis?
Go on.
So, I think the Manchester City owners are serious people who know how the rest see them, and before they even thought about buying Manchester City, they sent an expert to analyse all the possible things that happened. And when they came into this, they knew there was going to be bias against them because it was in 2008, at the time of the Second Gulf War, and ever since then it's followed on. And the simple fact there was no changes to rules before 2008 is the irrefutable evidence. Because whenever it was Notts County, Preston North End, Arsenal, Liverpool, he spent £150 million equivalent for 2 players for second division, Man United, all that goes to 2008. And you can show from the emails that it says Gulfstream in it, then you can show bias. And I think the 115 was Man City stretched out for as long as time as they can to let all their enemies come out so they can cut their heads off.
Yeah. No,
These are not stupid people. Whereas the PL are rewriting contract law in 5 days and then suggesting do it in 10. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No. I was just going to say, I think you're probably right. I went back and had a look at all United signings, and they spent 30 million quid on Rio Ferdinand in 2002, I think it was. Imagine how much that would be now.
Cool.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think City had experts go, right, what plan have we got if this happens? And I think after the first case, they were like, right, we'll leave it go. Because maybe, if they were doing anything wrong, I would imagine it was the same as what everybody else was doing wrong or bending the rules like financial things do. But the fact that it was Michel Platini that brought in the rules, who played for Juventus, if you look at them when they're at Stadio dell'Alpe, the season they won the Champions League, the average home attendance was 47,000. They were funded by Fiat. So how could he then be the one that introduces FFP? It's a nonsense.
Tom, what are you saying?
And Real Madrid were back to Franco.
Yeah, no, yeah, completely agree.
That's organic money for you, organic money.
Yeah,
so that's my whole point. And my last point, if it's okay, I know you've got a bit of a rush, is the thing called experts. So it's the experts who are like Simon Jordan and Stefan Boston, but what are they experts in? If Stefan Boston was an expert, would he not still be working for a really big club or be teaching or something? I'm not disrespecting him, he seems a clever man. If Simon Jordan was an expert, how come he lost his club?
Well, the thing, this is. I mean, to answer the question, the truth is we've got nothing else to go off. Like, because we're all in the dark.
I don't think we are.
You don't think so?
I don't. There's what evidence is there?
No. I mean, what I mean is I mean that, like, when you said what makes these people experts, my response to that is, regardless of whether they're experts or not, we don't have anyone else to go to. We don't have, because the Premier League are keeping everything so secret. Like, City fans are in the dark here.
Yeah, but my point is, surely you can reverse engineer it all the way back if you know what you know now to show what it all was and the reasons behind it. So there's nothing to be worried about for me, because even if you can have Manchester City negatively putting in that APT thing and them ruling against it unfairly, then you could also argue they would give extra money to the other teams, because you can cheat one way, you can cheat the other, and all you have to show in by law is bad faith. And when it says Gulf Stream and unlawful and anti-competition, that's bad faith. And you can presume, and if to send an email which is unerasable to put Gulf Stream in it and suggest 5 days means they're not as smart as they think they are. Smart people hire other smart people to think about this stuff for them. They're football and business people. What do they know about contract law?
Okay.
It's simple. I'm not trying to be smart. I think it's simple. If you look back to history, irrefutable proof was 2008, and everyone else is then. And City have just played for time because these are smart men. Even if they had cheated, nobody's finding this out. It's a country. So that's how I see it. And the thing with the journalist, sorry, last point and I'll go.
Yeah, no,
the journalist says, I always look back for source and motive and how qualified they are and who's paying them and the short, because that lets you know, once you can work out somebody's motive, for me, you can then follow it from there. And that's the journalists, they think they're smart, and it was easy press, and it's the red cartel, and it was just lazy journalism for me, because they never took the time to look the other way, or consider if City were innocent. It was a sentence at the end of every show. Instead of using their brains because they're smart and thinking, right, what if our City were innocent from the start? How would that have to look? That's all I'm saying. It's laziness.
Okay. Martin, let me bring Martin in on that. What's your take?
Sorry, I know that's a lot.
No, don't worry. Martin, what are you saying?
No, I agree. I think it has been very lazy journalists. It's journalists not fully understanding what they're talking about, and I think some of them are paid by certain people. They have influences around. I mean, how many times do you hear me say about the CAS case? No one's ever explained the CAS case properly. Nobody ever did. No, there wasn't an interest in explaining it properly. I just find it so mad, because we're talking, the only one, I mean, I was listening to Martin Samuel, and he's the only one for me who talks more sense than anyone. Sam
Allardyce was quite good on it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but no, he was on that podcast. Yeah. What's that?
Makes sense. What's his name? Sorry.
No, go on, mate.
What was the other guy's name? Was it Mickey? Football player used to play for Sunderland.
Mickey Gray.
He was good on it as well. He said, if you're trying to change a whole worldview of Arabic people, because not all Arabic countries are the same, why would you risk it over a few £1 million when money's not into these people? It's a way a tool they use. So it makes no sense to have cheated for me. Because he'll point to this. Otherwise, you wouldn't build houses, a railway extension, a women's football pitch when people presume stuff about Arabic people with women, which is not true for everyone. It's just ridiculous xenophobia for me.
I agree with a lot of stuff. There.
When you go, sorry.
Nah, don't worry about it. Big up to you, man. I don't obviously know your name other than UEFA, so big up to you for jumping on, man. I appreciate the support, and I agree with most of the stuff that you're saying there. Big up to UEFA. Let's get some W's in the chat, guys, for UEFA, man. I think you're spitting facts, to be honest with you, and we are in a situation where we've got to be careful as fans who we trust. You know, he mentioned that there. Like, how do we know that these people are experts? Some of them, obviously, we can trust who we trust, but at the end of the day, we don't fully know who to trust when we're listening to people. And by the way, if you've not checked that Sam Allardyce one out, it's on what's it called, Martin? That podcast that he done, Tippy Tappy Football.
Was it to do with Ladbrokes or some?
Yeah, it's something like that. If anyone knows what it is, let us know in the chat, because he was on there and he was really good.
It was good. Do you know? I was listening to as well. Did anyone listen to that Forest Green owner? Mustafa
I watched it for about
I'm
5
like,
minutes.
I'm like, what the hell?
Couldn't listen
What
to
was
it,
that
mate.
then?
It was on, the BBC it's Talk Sport and the BBC have started doing what YouTube channels are doing now.
Oh,
Because this
okay.
is their way of countering YouTube channels.
Right.
What they've all now noticed Talk Sport started doing fan cams now, outside and fan debates now and all this. Because what they've said is they don't like that fans are now going on and telling the truth. So what they want to do is try and get us under the thumb again and put it into their perspective, which is a bit naughty, but it's a way of trying to shut us all up, which won't work. It won't work. I don't know if anyone's noticed that over the last month or two.
No,
Started
listen, they're
appearing
all trying to do
everywhere.
it. They're all trying to take over.
But
Yeah.
he went on the Forest Green owner and he started, and basically some of the things he was saying was like, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. Because all I ever heard of it was, well, City won 2 points, Premier League won 23.
Yeah.
That was his opening gambit straight away.
Yeah. That was it, wasn't it?
That City had lost 23-25.
Yeah, it is.
And then Martin Samuel said it perfectly. It's not like that. It's not a game of tennis where every shot is worth 15. It's not 15 love, 15 out. It's not like that. Some points have a bigger point system and a bigger legal bearing than others.
Yeah.
To put it bluntly, City's 2 wins, basically knockout blows. The knockout blows to the whole system. And this is why City fans are sort of saying what we're saying. Listen, City's legal system, Lord Panic, is not making these statements because, by the way, these all have been ratified by the City legal case and the systems. They will have been checked legally and everything else. Though that wording is not coming out if you do not think you're on solid ground.
I agree.
This is not chumpa chump lawyers here.
Yeah. No, facts,
I
bro.
don't know what you think we're doing.
Right, let me do the super chat and then I'll bring on Sensei as well because he's been waiting a while. Big up to Joshy. Says, as a United fan, I'm getting sick and tired of the 115. I honestly believe you are a proper run football club. Keep up the great work, LB. Big up to you, man. Like I say, I not just because you support City, but I respect you a lot, bro, because for you to have that opinion when the mainstream media is trying to ram it down your throat, like what's going on with City, like I respect that you can have a different decision. I'm not saying you're right, maybe we're all wrong, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that one. Big up to Tinsay, bro. What are you saying, man? Are you muted, bro? You're muted. Unmute yourself, bro.
I don't know where to start. It's a big win, but there's a lot more fighting to do.
Yeah.
I think we have to see them a little bit differently. Like they're basically our enemies. Like some of us don't see it like that. And sorry, I was just a little bit nervous. I had some talking points,
It's all
just
good.
prepare.
Yeah, just go.
Don't worry, mate. Just take your time.
No, you
Go
got
through
this,
and point
bro.
to point.
You got
All
this.
good.
Come on, man. Cut these
Alright.
mutants, Tinsay.
So, you know how you say, like, Pep's always saying there's no friends or enemies, there are interests.
Yeah,
But
facts.
you don't go to war if you don't have enemies. And we have to see them as people that want to destroy us. That's how it is. From the fans to the media to the clubs to even the Premier League. Like they just want to protect the status quo and they don't care about any of whatever is right or wrong. They just don't like us. And if they want war, we have to give them war. And there has to be a winner at the end of the day. Someone's going to get destroyed either way, whether it's their authority or our history. Someone's going to have to win at the end of the day. And we can't have any sympathy for them.
No.
These, we just have to show them like who we are and yeah, just go out all-on war. And
Can I ask you a question, Tinsay, then? What do you think is, because obviously this 115 has been going on for a number of years. What do you think the reason City went to this court case, the one that we just had? Do you think that it was simply that we thought the rules were unlawful, or do you think there was something else behind it that made us do it? Like maybe it's a tactical decision to go to court, or do you think it was just as simple as we didn't agree with the rules, we're taking you to court?
Initially, I thought they were trying to cover or protect themselves a little bit more for the 115, but the fact that like it's very unlawful, like they don't need more sponsorship money. Like they're not really doing it for themselves. They're just trying to do it for the greater good of the game. Like Khaldun's been saying, there's been a lot of restriction and it's not really necessary for all of that. And they're just getting some points before the real final battle occurs. And yeah, we should celebrate, but we should wait for the bigger war at the end and yeah, just finish them off. Like
Yeah, I
that's how
agree with
feel.
that. Tone, what are you saying? You agree?
Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, no sympathy. I like that. That's my favourite.
Do you think it is all out war now as well?
Oh, definitely, absolutely, it is. Oh, it's kicked off big time. Look, like I was saying earlier, we all want it resolved. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't speak for everyone. I bloody well want it resolved and dead and buried, and not talk about courtrooms and bloody cases and fines and all this other shite. But at the end of the day, if that's the route the club are going down, then I support them 100%. It's war. It's certainly war with Arsenal, on and off the pitch with them at the moment. And my God, that game against them in March is going to, I think it's March, is going to be tasty as hell. Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Tinsay, what other point did you have, bro?
I hope this outcome, just for this case, there's a tidal wave in the boardroom where there's like a formation of a blue cartel, because we do have enough parties. So we've got we've got Everton, we've got Leicester, we've got Newcastle. Villa should be on our side. Chelsea is like they're playing both sides. I don't trust them, but if they're willing to spend a lot of money and do some looping around the rules, I don't think it's in their best interest to be on the Premier League side.
I think any club to grow. I think any club that wants to grow itself, I think should be on City's side. If you're at the top of it, which is weird because City don't need to grow.
Yeah,
City are already at the top. We don't need to grow. But when you look at the rules that City are challenging, it benefits football clubs that want to grow their revenues and grow the football club. Yet our clubs are the one that's challenging it. We don't need to grow. We're chilling.
And there's Nottingham Forest at 6. And I don't know why Ipswich. I don't think they should stay neutral because they can see there is a red cartel, those people above. So I think they should side with the blue side, I guess. So like it's no longer Newcastle City versus everyone. It's people are changing their views, and I think I understand why City said like tyranny of the majority, and people thought that's like, oh, an attack on democracy or whatever. But if you think about it, those I just see them as 20 vultures getting together and looking out for themselves. They're not looking out for the best of, I mean, they could be, but their priorities themselves. So what makes you think voting for yourself is the good of the game? Like they're saying there is an attack towards certain group of people, towards certain clubs, and I think that's what they meant, like tyranny of the majority. That yes, democracy is good, but they're all voting for themselves, and they're all voting to hurt one another or to help themselves.
I heard. Did you guys see the Martin Samuel podcast that he done on the Times when he was speaking about the tyranny of the majority? And what he did is he explained what City meant. Because when City said that, it got reported tyranny of the majority. Everyone started saying, "Oh, City are just like they want democracy gone." And he basically said, "What City mean is right. Yeah, and obviously different countries have different voting systems, right? But in this country, right, say you're a conservative voter, right, but you live in a Labour vote, yeah, or like that's the same as like Republican and Democrat in America, right? So say I'm a conservative, right, and I live in a 100% guaranteed Labour seat. If I go to vote for a conservative, yeah, it's absolutely pointless. It's absolutely pointless. My vote is just irrelevant because it's never going to impact anything because that vote in that area is 100% going to be a Labour seat or like that would be Democrat in America, right? So it's pointless me voting. So what City is saying is if you've got a majority that all have the sort of same interests and then you've got a few other clubs that don't want to have the same, there's nothing that they can do. And people will say, well, that's democracy. But City is saying, well, at the same time, it just means that the league is just run by a select few clubs.
Yeah.
And that's basically what he's saying.
They're not voted by the fans. They're not
No.
fighting for the interests of the fans. If it was, then that is true democracy. But they're voting for each other and as a business, which is okay. But don't make it the same as selecting or voting for an official to represent you. That's not like that. For this, it's like a group of vultures. That's how I see it. Just getting together, fighting, and taking the biggest pie as much as they can, and lying to their prey or whatever that this is the right way. They're the bad guys. They're the ones that are causing chaos, but we're just questioning how it's run, and we're being like investigated. We're being mocked and everything. We try to be positive and fair, but I think it's time to like show no mercy in a way, like have no sympathy. Just they need to be put in their place, and it's time to like, I know I have a lot of hate in me right now, but it's been too long for the little side, you could say, that for us to be all alone and fight for ourselves, defending in the media or on social media, whatever. And it's time to give it to them.
All right. Let me bring Martin in because you said a lot there. Let me bring Martin on that. Martin, what's your thoughts on Tinsay? You agree with him? Disagree with anything he said?
No, I agree with that. I think it has. The way I view it is, I think cities, to me, it's a democracy only in name. Let's do a vote.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that really grinds me a lot. Go back to that Jim Radcliffe interview. What was it? 7-8 weeks ago, when he publicly came out and he went, when I came in this league, I was told there was a certain number of clubs that ran it.
Yeah.
And for some weird reason, that got very quietly put under the carpet.
Yeah,
and no one ever mentioned it ever again. And we all know what he meant.
Yeah.
And the way I viewed it is United and Liverpool, because it's spin. Spin's become the key word here. The Red Cartel are now trying to spin it to where they're the victims. Now let's go back to, you can go back to 92, 93, 94, whenever you want. City's record signing was George Kincladze at £2 million. That was done out of the chairman's own pocket. At the same time, United was spending 7-8 million on Andy Cole. And then a few years, Juan Sebastian Veron, 30 million, Rio Ferdinand, 30 million, Wayne Rooney, 28 million. Inflation, you're looking at, they were spending with inflation over 100 million quid in the early 90s, late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
2.5 million on Gary Pallister from Middlesbrough back in 1993.
Yeah.
Liverpool getting out, like Richard mentioned the other day, when they were spending £55,000 on players to get out of the old Division 2.
Mm-hmm.
We can all go back, but you don't hear anything about Liverpool's Littlewoods pools. You don't hear about United going on the stock exchange in 1992 when the Premier League first became what it was. And we've had this argument before. Like I said, this is how the Premier League got going. because it was all about we want a bigger share of the pie and we want certain teams at the top. That's what the Premier League was started for.
Yeah.
All we've done is we've now gone 30 years down the road, and whoopsie-daisy, there's now teams that make more money who are wanting to have that bigger piece now, and because they're not the red clubs, well, it's a problem.
Clean.
Yeah.
This is where we're at now.
Spot
I'm
on.
sorry, it's spin. It's spin. It's why the blue cartel words appeared, and we're trying to destroy the Premier League, etc., etc. No.
Yeah, I listen. I agree. I agree. Tinsay, you got anything else you wanted to say, bro, before we wrap up?
No, that's all.
Nah,
No, you've been brilliant, mate.
Yeah, top man. Yeah.
Nah, you cooked. You cooked. Big up to Tinsay, man. Big up for jumping on, bro.
Right.
The quiet assassin, someone called him in the chat.
Yeah,
I like
spot on,
that. That is good, man. The quiet assassin.
Yeah.
Let me do these super chats before we get out of here, boys. Big up to FU Wafer for jumping on before as well. Oh, wait, what? Shape Mansour walks slowly and carries a big stick. And that stick's name is Khaldoon Al Mubarak. And then he says, Mubarak, for fuck's sake, protected text. I don't. But he did say Mubarak, no? I don't know. He put that there. What does he mean by this? Mubarak, for fuck's sake, predictive text.
Did go back again? But oh no, it's spelt right.
It is spelled right.
Yeah, you have spelled it right.
Yeah, it's spelled right. It's spelled right.
I do like that though. Khaldoon Al Mubarak's a big stick. I do like that.
Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah. What is it the thing, mate? Khaldoon, Khaldoon, he's fucking everywhere, mate. Like whenever I'll just turn on a TV program, right? Not Coronation Street, but like like a documentary or like like a sports program, and he'll just be there. He'll just be there. Or like the news will be on, and fucking Starmer or Johnson or whoever the Prime Minister used to be. They're about fucking 500. Like he'd just be there chilling with them, and I'm like, yo, this guy's everywhere, man.
Yeah, that's right.
So is this guy who's everywhere? Is he a liar? Is he a fraudster? Because that's what they're calling him. They're basically accusing him of fraud. I just think it's unlikely, bro.
Tell you, he's got to be the best fraudster in world football.
Yeah.
He's got to be the best fraudster going. Because tell you what, he's got some nerve. Nerve, that man.
I know. Nah,
The thing is as well, to risk. He's already a massively successful man with a huge business interest, political interests. To risk all that, do you know what I mean?
The thing that I always said, right? Like, listen, let me say this, yeah. I'll come to super chat in a second, Chelsea. One sec, bro. Here's the thing that I always said about this fraud, yeah. Is if you was about to commit business fraud, because that's what it is, business fraud, on a scale never seen before in this country, right? Because that's what we're being told.
Yeah.
Over basically a decade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do that via your company email address?
It's very true.
I'd be deadly serious. Being deadly serious. Deadly serious. Yeah, I'd be deadly serious. Say a sponsor got in touch with me. It was like, LB, right? We're going to pay you this amount to do a sponsor. Martin, you got sponsor on your channel, right? We're going to pay you this amount to do a sponsor, right? But then what we're going to do, we're going to send you £1,000, but we're going to send it you like via a different method, so you don't have to pay tax on it.
I wouldn't send it on my channel email.
Bro, I'm like, you're sending in that on my channel email address. Like,
he's going to a secret one.
Bro, if you want to get me a burner phone, no problem, but you think I'm doing all this on my normal email address? Like, what are you talking about? So that's the thing for me. I just don't think they would have sent the emails off their company emails. If they did, then they're fucking idiots. Let's just have it how it is.
We know they're not idiots. We know that. No way.
Well, they were once. They did forget to change the password. So the mistakes can happen a little bit.
Mistake. But listen, Martin, we gloss over that, mate. We gloss over that.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
What's your password? Password. No, what's password? Password.
Let's finish off with these super chats, boys. Michael says, "Big up LB. As a Chelsea fan, we've been used to others hating us for many years. This is no different. Man City fans, stay strong. The Premier League needs you guys." Yeah, I remember, bro. You guys used to get pelters when you were spending money and shit. Now you're getting pelters, because you spent a lot of money in that. I guess everyone has to deal with it. It just seems some other clubs can just kind of do what they want and just no one really cares. which is ironic because everyone says no one cares about City, but I feel like other clubs can kind of get away with anything, you know. So it's kind of strange. Big up for the donation, bro. I appreciate it, man. Big up for watching. Big up to Lou. Says yes, happy to supporting you for almost a year. Oh yeah, 11 months, man. Not easy being a City fan, but this community has kept me sane. Big up to Martin and Tom too. Yeah, big up Lou, man. Always in the streams, man. I always see it. I always recognise the support. Big up for the 11 months. I do appreciate it. Big up to all the members as well that are in the chat today as well. FUAFA says his position will be untenable if guilty. Well, listen, I'd say I'd need to read the document first. I want to read it all. I want to see what's happened. But I think you wouldn't be a lot. I think a lot of City fans would like, if you've lied to us, then something's going to have to happen. Depends what it all depends on what actually goes on. Are we only going to know?
You'd want answers. You'd want answers.
Oh,
you'd
yes.
want, yeah, you would want an explanation. The thing I don't like is there is double standards.
Yeah.
And again, I'm going to show my age. I never hear Liverpool fans talking about Standard Charter or the Bruce Grobbelaar situation. Never heard Arsenal fans talking about the George Graham situation and all the bungs involved in their transfers that were proven.
Yeah.
It just, you see, even to a point where I'm sat there, I had an Arsenal fan last week and he went, yeah, Gulf investment's so bad. And that's why I had to put that message to you guys privately. I'm like, do they forget where their main money comes in from?
Yeah, right.
Has it just blown over? Do they think the Emirates is in Jamaica? Have I missed something? Do we need to get Arsenal fans an atlas? Do we need to get them a globe? Does some need to go and do a bit of geography at school?
Oh,
I don't know.
General, as John Stones would say, innit?
Yeah, what my word. You know,
General.
this oil money's evil. Sorry, no, Liverpool fans, oil money's evil. You want the Qatari owners? Do you want to know? I'm sorry, the one thing with Spin the other day, just what I was going to say, I forgot about it. United fans, for example, been spanned this dream of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's in charge with his 27%. Wish I could own a company with just 27%. And then they're all like, oh, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's going into a meeting. Sir Jim Ratcliffe gets an interview. How come you're not sacking Tanag? We can't. No shit, you can't, because you're not the main owners.
Yeah,
you're not the majority shareholder.
Yeah,
the Glazers need to sack him, not you.
Yeah, but it costs them 70 million. Yeah,
but it's spin. Because what the Glazers have done is, we're going to take the shit off us, put it to you. We're going to make the money. Hello. Yeah. And who do all United fans blame now? Don't hear them talking about the Glazers anymore. But who's the majority stakeholder? Because I can't own a business with 27%. I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I wish I could, go into Tesla.
You can do what you want, mate. You're a dictator. You can do whatever you want.
All right, LB. Hey, LB Masters.
What did he say there, Tom? You lost him there, mate.
No, I bet we did.
Turns out I'm the dictator.
he's fighting for the little man. He's fighting for the little man, but tried to squash me earlier, little bastard. When you're going live, I'm going at the same time.
Yeah, he will now, mate.
Every day.
Every day. When are you live? 9 p.m. Let's go.
What's that main road show you do? Big up to
you'd have no to talk about in it. Main road. It was a road. That's all I know.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Big up, bro. Big up to LV. He says Palmer got defrosted tonight, but Foden is the talk, bro. I can't even lie, man. I didn't pay attention to it, bro. I was in the pub to speak to people, and I watched the City game.
Jackie GNA. Sorry, I'm just winding everyone up.
I believe that Grealish that's his second goal in 3 games for England, is it not?
Yeah. Was he? Well, I didn't see most of it. Was he in the middle or left?
It was the left, but he was floating into the middle.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting.
No, listen, big up to him. I mean, he needs to score goals. He scored against Ireland.
Can you score the goals for City and not England? Start scoring goals for City.
He's not scored a goal for City since December 2023, unless you want to include pre-season. So he's under pressure to score for City. But listen, he's scored 2 for England now. Let's get a goal. I'd start him against Sparta Prague, mate. If he doesn't start against Sparta Prague, then I'm pretty sure Pep is in on this to try and get Grealish not to score goals. Yeah, because if you don't, you've got to start him against that Sparta Prague, mate, at home. Honestly, you do. Right, listen, we're going to wrap it up, man. Big up to Tone and Martin for jumping on. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Mancunian Way. Go on, Martin. You wanted to say something there.
So yeah, my name's Martin, not Mancunian Way. You're about to call me Mancunian.
I don't know what's wrong with this guy tonight.
Are we back Friday? Are we back Friday?
Are we back Friday?
Yes.
Are we back
Yes.
Friday? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I'm all recharged now. Been in the hot tub.
Have you?
Oh, he had his romantic weekend away. That's why he's all
Romantic hot
refreshed.
tub. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why he's got a smile on his face.
It was like being in SeaWorld when I got in the hot tub.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm glad you said that.
like being with Shamu. No, me.
Let's end the
I'm the
stream, man.
Shamu. I'm the Shamu.
No wonder you're out in the car, Martin.
Let's
Bloody
end
hell.
the stream,
I'm the
bro.
Shamu. I'm calling me fat.
It's no wonder you've been kicked in the car. Christ.
No, I was on the couch till Thursday.
Where? Why?
Yeah. I was meant to have Thursday night off. I ended up having to do my show Thursday night. I was meant to have it off.
Yeah.
But everyone dropped on me at the last minute. Anyway, I had to cover. So I had to go and do the show. I got in trouble. I made it up though. I took us shopping.
Martin's on the couch. No.
He's not having that.
You can tell he's had it. You can tell he's had a wine spritzer tonight, can't you?
Right, lads. Big up to you guys, mate.
Gin and tonic.
This guy. I don't know what's wrong with this guy, chat. Make sure you guys are following Tone as well on Twitter at MCFC Tone for all your ITK information. It was the first person I seen that say Viana to Manchester City. I said it on the stream before anybody else because I got the news from Tone. So if you want your ITK information, if you like having news early, make sure you're following Tone. If you want to get your 98% accurate information, then follow Martin.
I've got the chat to prove all that bullshit.
98% accurate with Martin's information. So make sure you're following him and subscribe to Mancunian Way, guys. Really good content. He's always working hard, as well as his Twitter spaces. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Take care.